Hello everyone, Ace here, and today let's talk about a game that is totally 10 out of 10, according to people who don't actually play video games. Specifically Mixtape, a supposedly indie game that has been recently receiving raving reviews from the likes of the usual suspects that are the game journalists, including a perfect score from IGN, despite the fact that there's no actual gameplay within Mixtape. There are QuickTime event sections that you can fail, and the game just completely progresses as normal, meaning you can't actually fail these sections, and that's as close as you get to the gameplay. And the closest thing to an actual defense provided by the defenders of Mixtape to this particular critique is that technically you have to press buttons to get through button prompts to beat the game. By that standard, Netflix is a video game because you occasionally have to hit the button once every few hours to let Netflix know you're still watching. But this is a game all about the story, don't you know? Except people are already mocking the writing for producing some cringe dialogue. But fear not, viewers, for this is still a 10 out of 10 game, so says IGN. Why is this a 10 out of 10 game? Well, that's a good mystery. Kindly ignore the fact that the CEO of the publisher behind this supposed indie game happens to be the daughter of a man with over $200 billion. Now, I don't particularly care if a person has a lot of money. That in and of itself means nothing. But when you're trying to present yourself as a poor whittle indie studio that can draw upon more funding than Valve literally dozens of times over, when you manage to have so much money that you can buy the licensing for the music that you use in perpetuity, something that even Grand Theft Auto struggles to do, yeah, at that stage you don't get to present your game as being a small indie game. And understandably, people get rather suspicious when this game that has no gameplay and cringe writing ends up being praised by game journalists as the new messiah. And naturally, those suspicions will only increase when the whittle indie studio game just so happens to provide review copies to thousands of people that are nothing short of extravagant, even including a premium CD player within the review copy that is worth hundreds of dollars. And yes, people have actually found the actual CD player that they use from AliExpress, and it costs over $200 to buy it there, just to show you how ridiculously expensive the CD player is. But considering that is provided along with the review copy as part of the package, it evokes the image of essentially bribing the reviewers, of corruption, of foul play, of fraud, if you will. Some might suggest that that is perhaps part of the reason why the game is getting such high scores right now, especially considering the shady reputation from the people giving the game outright perfect scores. It's almost like there's a reason why gamers hate game journalists these days. But yeah, looking forward to this particular indie project managing to buy its way into getting Game of the Year this year, despite no one playing it, because again, the game has no gameplay and the writing is cringe.